Hey folks, how are you? Once again, you're listening and viewing the BJB show. I am your host, Tyler Bean, and tonight we're just going to jump right into it because it is my fault for the delay. We're going to jump right into it. I've got my co-host, Dee Dee.
Hi there.
Hey, babe. How you
How are
feeling?
you? Feeling all right. Feeling all
Yeah.
right. Doing better.
Good, good. That's good to know. That means that we're going to be having some plans taken care of soon, huh?
Yes,
Mm.
hopefully.
Aha. I'm ready for that. It's been a while.
Ooh.
It's
Yes, it's
been a
been a while.
while. Yeah. We're going to do some things. Going to do some things. All right. Okay. So, um,
Jump
this
right in.
yeah, we're gonna jump right in because we're a little bit behind schedule here. Um, our guest today, um, she popped up on my producer radar. I want to say about 4 or 5 months ago, and usually. When you pop up on my radar, and believe me, everyone, you guys know I've been dealing or in this business for over 20 years. So if you pop up on my radar, you're really doing something. Um, Now I'm pretty sure that in the short amount of time that she's been in the industry, there's only been maybe like three or four that have taken that have taken that have really caught my eye, and she really did. She really did. I do apologize for the music still being still playing so loud.
Why
I
you
do
I
apologize
was
for that.
jamming.
Say what? Say what?
I said I was enjoying
You
it.
jamming, huh? You like my intro
Yeah,
music? All right,
yeah, I
okay.
did. I did. I was like, where did you get that beat from?
All right. Well, the cat's out of the bag a little bit. If you recognize her voice, now, as I said, there's only been maybe about three or four that have caught my attention in a short amount of time that they've been in the industry. And this is the one that I have today for you. I do plan to get the others. The one that I have today for you is none other than Santana Red. Hey, hey, how are you?
Hey, hey.
I'm good. How are you?
Look at that. Look at that. They just love you. Everybody loves you. Listen to that applause.
Welcome, welcome.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, welcome to the BJB show. Like I said, I do apologize for running late. Hell, I
It's
didn't even
okay.
have time. I didn't even have time to change my clothes here. I usually get little dressed up for the show. For my guests. I don't want to.
How's your day?
Yeah. It was a little bit,
Yeah.
a little something, something. All right. So now, um, I know of you. A lot of my
Mhm.
guests don't. So
Mhm.
give everyone a little bit of an introduction of yourself.
Okay. Well, like you said, I'm Santana Red. I've not been in the industry very long. I started full time this year. Before that, I was kind of doing just some OnlyFans stuff, but I was only doing that for like during the pandemic for like on and off for like 6 months. So really new to the industry. But yeah, I'm originally from San Francisco. I've just been traveling all over and just working hard and grinding this year. But yeah,
Wow. Okay. So
yeah.
so roughly how long? Roughly how long? I know you said you've
Um,
only been doing it for a few months, but when do
well,
you think that you
I
started?
started full time this year. So in January, I started full time.
Okay, what were you doing before this?
I was working in marketing and just doing it was like so before the pandemic I was working in marketing.
Really? Wow,
Hmm.
okay. Talk about a big jump.
Yeah, that's a career switch.
It is, but it isn't because we do a lot of our own marketing, and I was in social media marketing and digital marketing. So besides having sex on camera, like there's it's almost the same thing.
That's true. That's
Almost.
true. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you that. I'll agree to that. Now, but my question is, were you doing what kind of marketing? Were you doing just regular mainstream marketing, or were you just
No, like digital marketing for small businesses.
okay, okay, okay? But none of them were sex related. None of them were sex worker
No,
related. Okay. All right.
no,
That's what I was getting at.
yeah, no.
Um. Okay. All right. So you're a baby. You're less than a year.
A newbie.
Yeah.
A
Well,
movie in the
within
industry.
2 years. Within 2 years.
Yeah,
But
Okay.
you've made it full time.
yeah.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. It
Thank
it
you.
is. It is. Now,
Is
um,
that what caught your attention?
that is exactly what caught my attention. That's the first thing because I just kept hearing the name Santana Red, Santana Red, Santana Red. And I'm like, all right, well, it's a catchy name, and
Mm-hmm.
then uh, I spoke to someone that I've known for a while, and she said, and she's been in the industry. She's been in the industry a long time, but she said, yeah, have you seen this girl Santana? I mean, she's really taken the amateur industry by storm. And I'm like, okay, all right, now if you've heard of her, I definitely got to
Mm.
check her out. So I checked you out, or rather, she sent me a picture or something.
Hmm.
And the first thing, obviously, the first two things, the first two things that popped up were your hair and your
Yeah,
tattoos.
yeah.
Okay, now, um, yeah, if you guys don't know or haven't seen Tana, if you guys haven't seen Santana Red, you really, yeah, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat because I will be able to show a little bit. I'll be able to show a little bit. As a matter of fact, let's do that. Let's do that.
Of,
Let
of
them
what?
see.
Oh, my Instagram.
Yeah.
Let them see. Look at that.
Hey,
Look at
it's
that.
me.
Very nice.
That.
Thank you.
I guess you can tell what else she's known for.
Yeah, because you were like the two things that popped out. I'm like, oh, you didn't mention that.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, that's a nice little slide. You could like click through that. It's like a collage they put together. Yeah, right there.
Oh, nice.
Okay. You're very photogenic. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Um, and I did have the pleasure of finally working with you. Hopefully, we'll
Yes.
work together again soon.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just okay. So now that now that I'm over the fanboyish, the fanboy thing
Are
going
you?
on here.
Are you though?
Well, Okay, so let's get through the let's talk about the typical usual questions that you usually get. I'm sure. Um, how did you get into the industry?
Well, I had been camming before, so I knew of some of like the websites to check out for jobs and stuff like that. I had a profile up. So, and I would get like a lot of like spam. There's, a lot of fake stuff on there. But legit like studio hit me up and they were like, "Hey, we want you to like submit pictures and everything." I was like, "All right." I didn't think it was gonna go anywhere, so I submitted the pictures. Didn't hear back from them. Wasn't really worried about it. I was still working, and so they messaged me and they were like, "Hey, we had a cancellation. Can you shoot tomorrow?" And I had never been on
Oh,
camera
wow.
before. I had never done anything, and I was just like, "Yeah, sure." And so they set me up with the camera guy, who was also the talent because it was a POV thing. And they set the makeup appointment, the hair appointment. They had the hotel in Vegas where I was living at the time, and they were like, "This is kind of like the outfits we want and
Oops,
stuff like that."
sorry about that.
Oh, and I was like, "Sure." So they took me to the talent testing in Vegas. I got tested. They set up the account. They paid for everything, and then I showed up the next day and we shot.
Wow.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Now was that an East Coast company that you shot for, or was it a West Coast company?
No, they were based in Vegas. It was
Okay.
Mom POV.
Okay. Okay. I've heard of them. I've heard of
And
them.
so yeah, and when I watch porn, I'm like I stick to the stuff I've been watching for a long time. So and it's mostly like lesbian porn. So I didn't know like the big studios and like who had big followings and stuff like that. I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then they released it like the beginning of 2020 and it just like blew up. Like it was crazy. Like it had like 3 million views on like Pornhub. It had like 3 million views, 3.5 million views on Xvids. It had like 4 million views like somewhere else. I was like, I don't even know what website this
Wow.
is. Like yeah, like friends were sending me the link and I was like, what? Like this is crazy. And I was like, maybe
Wow.
I can do something with this. So that was the summer of 2020. I started my OnlyFans and was kind of like getting a feel for things, how everything works, meeting people in Vegas. And then I kind of decided like towards the end of 2020, like if I'm gonna do this, I need to do this like all the way. I can't just half-ass it. Because I was getting, people were asking me to travel but I was still working and I couldn't travel. And I was like, well, like I said, like if I really want to do this, then I need to like do it full time. And so 2021, I moved and started doing it full time.
Wow.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, yeah. Okay. So what do you think attributed um, it being that much of a success, especially with it being your first?
I think I look good on camera. It just translates very well on camera. So I think that helped. But because a lot of people are like, that didn't seem like your first shoot. Because the guy, and again, the talent that I worked with, very professional, wasn't like a creep at all. I didn't have a bad experience. He was like, this is how we're gonna do it. It's just like regular sex, but instead of looking at me, just look at the camera. I was like, all right. And so, that's what we did, and it was a very easy process. And I think that helped a lot because I was very comfortable on camera. He didn't make me feel like, uncomfortable. So I think that translated very well.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Now, that is the industry side of it. Now,
Hmm.
what let's back up to um when did you feel that you were different, that you weren't cut out for? Now, before I even ask that, let me ask, are you in a traditional relationship?
No, I am single.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're going to have you you're going to have this video just like, "Oh my god. Oh, she's single? Oh, I got to give me her email. Oh my god." Okay,
Right.
stop. Stop it. Okay. Now, were you, before you decided to get into the industry, were you in traditional relationships? And what made you decide that this is the route that
I
you wanted to do?
was the relationship route or the profession, the working in porn.
Relationships. We're talking about relationships now.
Relationship. Well, at that time I was kind of like in a situation. It wasn't like it was like
A
sneaky link
situationship.
type. Yeah, situation, entanglement. Whatever the
Mm,
people are calling it
not a
these
good
days.
situation.
Yeah. So, but I've only ever been in traditional relationships.
Okay. Okay. All right. So when did you find, or when did you start to feel that you were different, that you weren't cut out for traditional, and that's when you made the transition to just having sex on film or on camera?
Um, well, I don't think I've ever had that thought like, oh, I'm different. I'm very humble and I'm very like chill and like doing these conventions and stuff. I've had fans come up to me, and it's even weird to say fans, like, oh, I have fans. Like that's like what? Like I'm not.
Yeah,
And like people come
right.
up to me like, oh my God, like you're my favorite. I love you. Like I'm famous and da, da, da. And I'm like, I am not famous. Like what? And people are like, no, you're famous, and I know you get this all the time, but you're my favorite, and all this. And I'm like, I just be chilling, I just be working. Like I'm not, I
hmm
never got
You're
into
just doing
porn.
your thing.
Yeah, like I'm really just, having fun with some friends, honestly, and
hmm
it just makes me money, I guess.
Right, right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I've never really had that thought like, oh yeah, I'm different. I'm like a porn star and I'm all this and that. Like, nah, I just be chilling.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's humility goes a long way in this business. Humility and um, just paying attention to your reputation.
Yeah, and I think that helps me out, especially when meeting new people. I'm like I've worked with all different types of people, and people like when I meet them and after I've worked with them, they're like, you're so cool, like down to earth. Like I didn't know you were gonna be like this. I'm like, yeah, man, like we're just, working. Like there's no reason to be like a bitch about things, like especially if everything's going like, smoothly. Like I'm very chill. Like, yeah.
Good. Very good. Very good. Okay. All right. Um. All right. So that is the how.
Hmm.
Okay. Now let's get in. Let's talk about the why.
Hmm.
Why do you think you made the switch?
The why? Oh, it was the money.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just gonna say it's
Yeah,
got to be
and
financial, right?
I've said this, in every podcast or interview that I've done where they've asked like, why did you get into porn? It was the money. Like that first shoot that I did, it was good money, and I was just working a part-time job at the time. And then, when it blew up and I started figuring out how to make money from OnlyFans and all the other stuff, I was like, oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. All right. Okay.
How does it fit into your personal life? Does your family know what you do?
Yep. So my family knows what I do. Both my parents, my siblings know. I have older nieces and nephews that know. All of my friends know. Like I don't hide it. Like I'm not leading
Right.
like, double life or anything like that. It's just, hey, this is me. This is who I am. You got to accept it. And if not, then, you just got to go. But luckily, my family is very open and pretty progressive. So they were just like,
Sounds
are
like
you
it.
safe? Yeah, are you safe? Are you happy? Like you're not being forced to do this or anything. Like, the unfortunate part is that almost like for my family, they in almost every situation, they found out because someone sent them something like, oh, did you see this? Like being nosy, shit like that.
Right.
But my family being them were like, well, she's grown. She can do what she wants. Like,
Right.
and they just wanted to make sure that I was safe and like one of my sisters, she was like, "Do you know this is out there?" And I'm like, "Yes, I know this is out there." She's like, "It's not like
Hmm.
revenge porn, is it?" I'm like, "No, it's not. There's a cameraman. We're good." Like,
Yeah.
my other sister, I told her, and she works in HR. She's worked in HR for a really long time. And I told her what I was doing, and she was like, "Do you have a 401k set up? Do you have a retirement plan?" Like, yeah.
Those are all good questions.
Yeah, right. Very good. Like, someone tried to, someone outed me to my nephew who's like 19. And I was so worried. And I texted him and I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And he was like, "I don't care." He was like, it was like weird to see like you like that, but it's like, I don't care. Like, I still love you. Like, I
Hmm.
don't care what you do.
Right,
Nice,
right.
Yeah.
nice.
That
My
is
dad was great.
nice.
Yeah, it's always good to have your family as your support system. It really
Oh
is.
yeah, for
It
sure.
really is.
And yeah, my mom knows, my dad knows. My mom was like, "So do you like beat men for money?" And I was like, "Well, I can if I get that type of client." Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Oh my goodness! Wow, your father asked you, "Can do you beat men for money?" Okay, so
no, no, my mom asked me
oh,
that.
your
My
mom
mom
asked you.
asked me
Okay,
that.
okay, all right. Well, still,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
oh my God. I'm
Did you
like,
think, why is my mom asking me this?
well, no, because my mom's side of the family is like all women, and they're just wild. They're just as wild as me, but they're just not on camera. So
Right.
that's the
well, no. I mean, okay. So to ask that specific question, I mean, is
yeah.
she? What did she see? Were you in a dominatrix outfit, or maybe that
No,
was the
I
first thing that
went
came?
to go visit her earlier this year, like in May or something, and it was because of the whole my nephew thing. And she was like, "What's going on with that?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing." And then she kind of like thought about it. She was kind of quiet. She was like, "So do you like beat men for money?" And I was like, "I mean, I can if I wanted to."
Nice.
Right.
Nice. Okay. All right. Wow. Well, like I said, yeah, it's very good. It's definitely a load off your mind when you have your
Oh yeah,
family.
for sure, for
When
sure.
you have your
And
family as your support system.
yeah, and my dad, like, he was not, my dad's older, so he was obviously not excited to like find out what I was doing, but my dad loves me and his kids to death. My dad would never like, "Oh, I'm gonna abandon you," or whatever. And my dad's like,
Disown
and
you.
like I said, I've kind of been wild my whole life, so my dad probably just like
This
rolled
is
his
probably
eyes,
just
like,
another thing they expect of you.
yeah, like whatever, this
Yeah.
is on brand.
Just as long as you're happy, as long as you're
It's
fed.
safe.
Safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safe.
Yeah, they see
Yeah.
that, okay, well, you don't look like strung out. You're not like, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
Very good. Very good. Okay. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. There you have it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
family's all about it. Well, not all. Well, they're supporting her. They're
Yeah, they
supporting you.
support me, and yeah.
You know how how she got started in the industry. You know why? It's all about that dollar bill.
It
All
is.
about that
Dollar
dollar
Bill
bill.
Bingo.
Now, in terms of the basis of the podcast,
Mhm.
like I said, the podcast is about bridging non-traditional and traditional relationships. Okay. Um,
Yes.
we did briefly touch on that. When I asked you if you were in a traditional relationship, what advice? Yeah, let's start there. What
Okay.
advice would you have for someone that isn't as open-minded as you?
Um, I mean, it sounds very cliche, and this really shouldn't be like super like, this isn't a hard concept, but like, just honesty and communication and like transparency, which should be something in all relationships, whether they're traditional or not. But yeah, just communicate how you feel, just be honest and transparent.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I've always said you need to be honest with yourself. And there's a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
for sure.
people, that aren't honest with themselves. So, so they're really not being honest with their partner,
You're right.
you know. What do you think? Why do you think that is? I think it's because society has just pushed so much on
Oh
top
yeah, for
of.
sure. Yeah. And then you have different things. You have societal pressures, you have religious pressures, you have different cultural pressures,
Right.
you know, yeah, like I said, my dad's side of the family is a mix between like Mexican and black, and historically, that's very conservative typically, but my family's very progressive and open, and they're just like, hey, as long as you're safe. But being a person of color, like especially if you're like a man or something, it's very looked down upon to be bisexual and stuff like that, and to even being in a hetero relationship, like trying different things and stuff. So those societal and cultural and familial, like pressures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, that's true.
Are you bisexual?
Yes, so I identify as pansexual, which is like, I want to say, like, some people use it interchangeably. I just like to say pansexual because it's almost like not like a step further, but it's just like I don't care if what's there.
Either way. Right.
Yeah,
That's funny.
What's so funny?
yeah,
That's
I
so
don't care. I don't
funny.
care what's there. I mean, if I feel
yeah,
it, it's going in.
yeah. There's
Right.
if you
Well,
identify that I find you attractive, like I'm not. I don't care. Like,
male or female, doesn't matter.
yeah,
No, I
yeah.
got
Or
you. I got you. It's just
non-binary, trans. Yeah.
I just found that okay with my artistic, not autistic, my artistic imagination. I
Hmm.
just went
Hmm.
to like I don't know 3D porn. Where
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah.
my head went
Yeah.
with the I don't care what
The
it is.
VR
Just
porn, and so
yeah,
yeah, just put
yeah.
it on me.
That's where my head went.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So
All
you
right.
work with men and women. Do you work with trans as well?
I do work with men and women. I have not had the opportunity to work with any trans talent.
Is that oh okay all right so let's get a little scoop here.
Hmm.
What is on your performance bucket list?
Ooh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I know, like, I want to do some stuff in my because I feel like I'm much like freakier, like off camera. So there's like I have like a personal like preference, like or personal like bucket list. Like I want to do an orgy. I want to do a gangbang. Like I want to do like a real male, female, male, like threesome and stuff like that. But like for myself, like I don't want to record it and show
Right.
y'all. Like I want to do that, like, because I want to get down,
Okay.
like not, you know.
Right, right, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Now, would you? Well, okay. So, what would you lean towards? Would you lean towards being poly, being a swinger, being um just a basic, not even basic, but an open relationship? What would you?
Um, I think I would lean more towards swinging.
Mhm.
So, because I will admit I'm a jealous, sometimes, lover, partner, but I'm completely honest, like, hey, like, I don't like that. But I think jealousy is very natural, and I think it just, it's just how you address it and how you communicate your feelings about that. So I think being a swinger would be more in line, because it's just like, hey, let's go out, let's have some fun, we could like do whatever, but we're together. It's not,
Yeah.
I have a relationship with someone else. Then it's like, because to me, I can, separate sex and emotions. And so it's like, hey, let's go out, let's have fun, just it's just sex. But if, they have a relationship with someone and there's like emotions involved, then I'm like, it's a little too much for me. Might get a little jealous.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
okay. Okay, no, that's a good answer, and it makes sense, and
Mhm.
that is whether it's a traditional relationship or a non-traditional relationship. You need to have I always say you need to have 150% open, honest communication.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
You
sure.
need
Right.
to be able to talk about anything and everything. And
Yeah,
you with that you need talk about anything and everything without uh, feeling like you're being attacked
judge. Yeah,
or
yeah,
judged or belittled or anything like that. Whatever
yeah,
is on your mind, you need to be able to discuss it. Okay.
yeah,
And with that comes building trust in your relationship.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, there's so much to there's so much to being happy that a lot of society has kind of said, no, you can't do this.
Closed its mind
yeah.
to.
Yeah. It's very like I think it started with that golden era suburbs, wife, two kids, picket fence type thing. Like, oh, this is what you need to be happy. Like you have a family, da da da. And even back then, people were not happy with that. But that's what society wanted. That was the norm. But since then we've kind of you had hippies living in communes and stuff like that, and all the way now it's where you have like open relationships, and it's not the norm, but it is definitely more out there than it's ever been before.
Mm,
Right. Yes.
yeah, that's very true. Yeah, the younger generation right now, yeah, I'll say the younger generation, they've come a long way.
Yeah, and I love
Sex,
that for them.
yeah, yeah, they're like smashing through norms. They really are.
Have you seen the show Sex Education on Netflix?
No,
I
I
don't
haven't.
think so.
That's a great show, and they're all in high school, but the way they deal with topics about, I mean, they have like open gay couples, bisexual couples, and they explore a lot of different topics. And even as an adult watching it, even though they're high school students, which sometimes is kind of cringy because it's like they're showing them like
Mm-hmm.
making out and like having sex. I'm like, oh, I don't want to, even though I
Right.
know they're adults, like in real life. But the show is great and explores a lot of different topics, and but I love that for the generations coming up to really be themselves in a
Right,
safe
right,
environment.
right. Open up and
Right.
explore, and without
Yeah,
feeling like you're a freak.
yeah, yeah,
It's
Right.
great.
exactly.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay. All right. What else? Wow, there's just so much. I mean, like I said, you just came across my radar and just I was like, all right, okay. The new generation of Latinas
Hmm.
has really caught my eye. So it's you and I'll I'll save the other.
Jayla. Oh, but I love them to death. Like they're
Yes,
very good friends of mine. Like I love
yes,
Jayla. I talk to her frequently, and I love her to death. She is a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. And then Spanish Barbie,
yes,
cat. Yeah,
yeah.
I love her too. And it's funny. Like I can't wait to do a threesome with them because I think it's gonna look amazing. But yeah, I love them to death.
Right.
They're sweethearts.
Yeah, and yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It was the three of you. You guys just
Mhm.
came and just knocked down all doors, all barriers, and just skyrocketed. And you've
And I love it because, like, I have the red hair, Jayla's blonde, and then Spanish Barbie Cat, she has the blue green hair. I was
blue
like, we're
right.
like the fucking Powerpuff Girls. Like, I love it. Yeah. And I think it's such a great time, like in sex work, because back in the day, you had one or two, girls of color or black girls that were on the scene. Yeah, me and Jayla love her to death. But now we're in an environment and a time where we can all really thrive because even though we're similar, we have our different genres, our lanes and everything. But it's really good that we can all support each other.
Oh yeah,
Right.
definitely, definitely.
That
Yeah.
is good.
Years ago, actually, okay, I'll speak from my own experience. I know that it's still happening now, but I'll speak from my own experience. When I was coming up on camera, there were it was definitely extremely cutthroat. Okay,
Oh yeah.
um, now mind you, instead of everyone thinking or having the wherewithal to know, it's like, look, we may be in the same category. Okay, for example,
Yeah.
BBW. Now,
Yeah.
we may be in the same category, but not everyone wants what you have. Not everyone
Exactly.
wants what I have. Not everyone wants what she has.
Yeah.
So, okay, why are we being so cutthroat for each other or at each other?
Well,
You
I,
know?
I think, well, and I'm not saying you don't think this as well, but I just, it was the studios because you have the studios, like back in the day, when there was Pinky and Cherokee and Jada
Mm-hmm.
Fire and
Mm-hmm.
the real that era of like black porn stars, but the studios really only allowed like one or two to be at the top, and then you had like one or two Asian porn stars, and then you had like one or two Latina porn stars. But now like we can all like be at the top of our own game, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not so cutthroat because we have the space, and the fans and the reach on our own. We don't need the
Right.
studios to reach like huge audience and stuff.
Exactly.
Right.
And I'm still getting to this day. I mean, with OnlyFans and loyal fans and real fans and
Right.
Fansly, with all these sites
But
popping
but
up.
even like Pornhub and X videos, like we can now upload our own videos.
Right, that's what I was
We
gonna
can
say.
reach.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say. Everyone there, as a studio, as a producer, I'm still getting hit. Like, okay, um, I want to work for you. It's like, dude, don't you know how to? Do you know what
Yeah.
OnlyFans is? You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to work for another studio.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But
good,
I think, yeah, it's good. It gets you the foot in the door because
right?
I know that I was very lucky. And I know like me, Jayla, and Kat are pretty lucky because not a lot of people take off as fast as we do. And it's like, okay, we have our first year and a half in the game. Like, now what? Can you sustain it? Can you maintain this? Like, how long can you go? And I think that's the next thing for all three of us. It's like, okay, like, you popped off, you blew up, on Twitter, in porn, you guys are kind of you recognizable now.
Mm-hmm.
So now what?
That's
But
a good
for a lot of people
question.
that doesn't happen. Yeah, for a lot of people that doesn't happen. So it's, for them, maybe they're like, you know what, I've been trying this on my own, let me try if I can work for a studio. Like, you get put on with like Freak Mob, you become a male talent for Freak Mob, and then you have them, backing you and vouching you. Now it's like, okay, I will work with you because now you're not some random guy in my DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, all right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Now, okay, so now that you brought that up, what is the next step for you?
Mine is, so last year I traveled a lot. Like last year was like a blur for me, honestly. I was gone 2 to 3 weeks out of the month every month. Like the November
Oh
has been
wow.
like the longest I've been, yeah, in one place. Like I've been moving. So next year I'm focusing on bringing talent to myself, getting exclusive content, so paying other talent, and then also becoming, getting behind the camera, like we talked about.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you about that. I mean, how serious are you with that camera of yours?
I'm pretty serious. So, I actually have a content house coming up where I will be, in front and behind the camera. So that should be a lot of fun.
Oh nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm you've got my Twitter, woman.
Yes.
You've got my Twitter, you've got my email. I need to know.
Yeah.
I need to know where this is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's definitely good to know. So, and that's usually the case. That's usually the case. The natural progression for most
Yeah.
on-screen talent they usually
Hmm.
progress to directing or producing themselves, or they start their own production house,
Yeah.
getting talent, and then start a lot of the back end work, bringing on a new breed.
Yeah, and
So
then yeah,
that's
maybe bringing up girls underneath me, maybe an agency, who knows? But that's one of the things
Hmm.
I like about this industry is that there are just so many different, avenues
yes,
and possibilities, and you're really only limited
Opportunities.
by you're really only limited by your imagination on what you can do, and people are doing
How
porn
hard you want to
NFTs.
work.
Yeah, so there's just so many different things you can do.
yeah. There's no well, yeah. There's no limit. There's no limit as to
Mhm.
the variety of ways or various ways that you can make money in this industry. There really is.
Right.
Hmm.
Um, wow, I just had a question and it just totally slipped my mind. um, I don't know. It seems like I'm doing all the questioning here. What do you got, D?
Well, where are you? What are you doing for December or January? Are you going to be anywhere? Is there anything you wanted to
Um,
promote?
I do have a few shoots coming up in December, but they're all going to be here in Atlanta. So I'm trying. So Atlanta kind of has a bad reputation, but amongst talent, flaky talent, just some issues out here. So
Mm,
myself, along with a few other people, are trying to change that. And trying to change the narrative of porn in Atlanta because Atlanta is a huge city, and there's never been
hmm.
a convention here, nothing. So
Oh wow.
trying to, yeah, trying to change that and usher in kind of like a new wave of porn out here.
Well, it's not just porn for Atlanta.
Hmm.
It was
Right,
mainstream entertainment as well.
right.
Um, Now, when I say mainstream, I don't mean mainstream porn. I mean mainstream,
Like
like
yeah, like
just
now they got the
regular
Tyler
TV.
Perry
Right.
Studios. They're shooting on the MCU Disney Plus shows out here. Like oh yeah, for mainstream entertainment, like Atlanta's has come a long ways. There's major studios like on the outskirts of Atlanta and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the almost like the natural progression of that, like you saw with like LA and stuff like that. Them doing
It's
being
starting to
Hollywood, and
happen
then you
for
have yeah, it's starting to happen for Atlanta.
It should. It
nice.
should.
Yeah, it
I
definitely
actually,
should.
I lived down there for a little while.
Hmm.
And yeah, I experienced it firsthand. Where people were flaking and
Hmm.
so when I moved down there, I had I was a model manager years ago. I did some model management, and I brought my little modeling team. We moved down there as well.
Hmm.
On top of me being the editor, the director, photographer, the director of photography for 3 different magazines down there, printed
Hmm.
magazines. Can you imagine?
Hmm.
Wow, printed magazines.
Mm, wow.
So, um, yeah, I remember this one company had me come and speak to. They're having some kind of some kind of event, a weekend event, and they had me come and speak to a couple of classes, and I was surprised. The horror stories that they were telling me is like, oh, we'll hear from someone, or we'll see a flyer to come attend this or such and such, and then the next thing you know, nobody shows up. It's like,
Yeah.
oh well, we'll be there, and then they don't show up. Like, what's going on? What's all this flakiness about?
Yeah, I don't know, but Atlanta definitely, within, adult entertainment has the kind of shaky reputation. So I'm, like I said, along with a few others, are trying to change that and being like, like if you go to certain cities, there's certain people you want to hit up.
Hmm.
And we're trying to be that for Atlanta. Like if you're stopping in Atlanta, you got to hit up Santana and her people. So that's what we're trying to do.
Right.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's good to know. That's good to know. That's a step in the right direction. I hope more people take that initiative, because, like I said, it's not just porn. It's been mainstream as well.
Yeah.
And you know what? The thing that really boggles my mind is the people that are down there. The majority of them are transplants from up here in the Northeast
Yeah.
or out on the West Coast in California.
Right.
So it just kills me. It's like, okay, you were in like the places that they say, if you can make, like New York, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
You can make it anywhere.
So why do you go to Atlanta and screw it up? That doesn't make sense to me. So,
I don't know.
Okay. All right, that's just me on my little soapbox. Sorry.
Get
Get it off your chest. Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay. So, all right. So, you said you have a couple of shoots coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they?
In Atlanta.
Oh, they are there in Atlanta. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you don't have anything. When are you coming back up here? When are you coming back up northeast?
I try not to go up there when it's cold. So, and I've had some people hit me go back to New York City, and I'm like, I will probably do another run up there like I did this year. So sometime probably in April. Like, and then because next month I'm going to Cali or Vegas and Cali, but that's just for like family shit, for the holidays. And then January, I think I might go to Vegas or stay in Atlanta, for some work. But when it warms up, I'll make another trip up that way.
Okay. Smart girl.
Yeah, because I've lived in upstate New York, and I don't like the snow.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, well.
Don't blame me there.
Yeah, that's definitely not fun. It's not fun. Yeah, not my thing. Not my thing. I'm
always thinking, like, what is like I'm playing? Like, you know, we have issues with travel and stuff like that. So it's not just being there, but it's getting there and leaving there.
Yeah.
Well, you drive, don't you?
I am not driving up the East Coast in December.
Only you do that.
Yeah, that's something. As a matter of fact, I'm headed down in 2 days. I'm headed down to Key West.
Oh, okay.
Driving.
Yeah, I mean, I've done cross country road trips. I'll drive. I've done a couple of those solo and with a partner. So driving is not the issue. It's just driving in the snow.
Well, yeah,
that always sucks.
There's no snow now, so you know. Yeah. There's no snow now, luckily.
And there'll be no snow in April.
Yeah, exactly.
when it warms up a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. I got you. Okay. Let's see. All right, so you are known for your tattoos. And
someone told me one of the conventions I have the most iconic tattoo in porn. I was like, really? And they were like, yeah, when I see that tattoo, and like a few people were like, yeah, like when I see the tattoo, like I know it's Santana Red. Like I was like, oh, that's crazy, and it's not even done yet. So,
well, yeah, didn't I see a post the other day? Did you get another one? Did you add something else, or maybe it's just maybe it was just a different.
But that's what I'm going to Vegas for next month, is to get a chunk of it done. So
okay. Now, I'm sure they all mean something.
No.
They don't.
No.
Really? You're putting all kinds of ink all over you, and they don't. Not one means anything to you?
Of course, no. Of course, most of them have meanings, but sometimes I was just in the tattoo shop, like, that's pretty. I want that on me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I know Dee Dee's a tattoo junkie. She's an ink junkie.
Yeah.
Like, because I like the one on my neck. Is it on this side? Yeah, like this doesn't have a meaning. I just want big ass rolls on my neck. That's all. That's it.
Okay.
Simple as that.
All right.
Yeah, well, that was pretty. I want it on my neck.
Nice. Okay. All right. So, What are you working on in terms of websites? Do you have more than, well, okay, well, I can't show this. I can't show that.
As
Yeah,
far as
where's the best
websites,
place to find you?
right now it's probably Twitter, different social media platforms. But yeah, you can Google me, and a lot of stuff will come up. So my
Okay.
OnlyFans will come up, my Twitter will come up. My Instagram will come up, but Instagram's so like flaky these days because they want to delete everybody's accounts. Um, but yeah, I mean that's Instagram. I have a feet page. So yeah,
Look at that.
Wow.
yeah.
You
That
all.
was for Pogs, so that was nice. I loved my makeup. It looks so nice.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing what makeup can do?
I know, right?
Look at those lips. Look at them.
Mm.
Big old soup coolers. Okay. All right. Got a little shoe porn going on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. So give a little taste of what to expect.
Yeah.
Just a little taste.
Little
Okay.
taste. Little taste.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there's your feet.
Some more feet, yes.
What's your who's your biggest fan?
Who's
What do
my
they ask
biggest
for?
fan?
What do they ask for?
Oh,
Your most requested thing.
they just want to see like videos of back shots, POV stuff. Cause like you said, one of the things I'm known for. Well, the third thing I'm known for besides the hair and the tattoos is my butt. So a lot of POV stuff they like.
Uh-huh. They want to see the earthquake.
Yes.
They
The
want to
butt.
see the quake.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. I love that picture.
I didn't take that.
No, you didn't.
I didn't take that picture.
No.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to work with you again. Wait,
Me too.
this is colored. Isn't this colored now?
Now it is. So that was the
That was
beginning of this year.
okay. So that's the picture that I
Yeah,
saw.
that was the beginning of this year. I think that was April, which seems like forever ago. But
Yeah.
yes, that was in April, and we did that. It was for a Cinco de Mayo shoot, so I had the lowrider cars and Mexican flags. I have other pictures from that shoot that we did. Yeah, so that was fun.
Okay. Yeah, I really want to work with you again.
Yeah, for sure.
Really want to get some work done with you. Now, I'm not saying that what we did wasn't good. It's just that it wasn't
No,
my
no,
idea.
yeah,
It
no,
wasn't.
and it was pretty.
It wasn't my
Yeah,
idea. So,
It was pretty
uh,
what?
it, who?
I was gonna say it went pretty fast too. Like it was very
Mm.
like we had to get it done pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah, and that's really not my style. I don't like to be rushed.
Mm.
We
Right.
really had like what, 2 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours
Yeah,
to
to
get it
do
done.
the photos and the scene
Photos,
and yeah,
video, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I really don't like to be rushed because as an artist, I've got all kinds of ideas,
yeah.
and
And
they're
then
all
things you have the ideas, and then you get to the location, you meet the model or the photographer, and it's like okay, you have like, and then it's just constantly like, oh, what if
yes,
we do this? What if we do that? Because now you're actually in the hotel room, and it's like,
right,
oh, we can move this chair here and go in this corner and do that. So yeah,
yeah. Yeah, yeah, and then that's exactly what happened. Once the makeup artist left, it was like, okay, well there goes that idea out the window. Let's what about this
yeah.
one? Let's try
And
that one.
then the one outfit because we didn't do the water thing, so we weren't doing that, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was that was a fiasco. That really was trying to get. Okay, so
he was like, we have an indoor jacuzzi. I was like, what?
That doesn't sound right.
Where did that come from?
Like, this is my hotel room. Like, I'm not messing with no damages or nothing like that. Like, y'all know
Right.
it's a pleasant room.
Yeah, yeah, that was something. You know, we had a portable hot tub, and we tried to fill it up. Actually, we did partially filled it up, but
Yeah.
the problem was when we had to try to move it from where we were filling it up in the shower to move it from there into the living room.
Living room area, yeah.
Yeah, that was absolutely impossible. Impossible. So yeah, that
I can't believe
actually
you
didn't work.
tried.
Well, I mean, hun, you know I'm strong. You know I'm strong.
Oh,
You
I know
know
you're
I'll
strong, but
give it a
that's a lot of
college try.
water.
Yeah, it sure as hell was.
I know that
It
wasn't your
sure
idea.
no, it definitely was not my idea. Now, if he had brought a long hose, we
Yeah,
could have actually filled it up from the kitchen sink.
that kitchen area, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that, you know, but no, he had this little short little hose, maybe
Just a
about
short one that came.
yeah, a little longer than this, and you know, trying to no, it just wasn't happening, buddy.
No.
It wasn't happening. And what was it? Oh,
It was a
mermaid. It's a
mermaid scene.
mermaid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hmm. Yeah, it was a mermaid scene.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was something. That was something.
And I saw that he did it with somebody else too, and I would just like laugh when I saw it because I remember what we went through trying to do it.
Yeah, he's got some ideas. He's got some ideas.
Yeah, I always like it though. I had fun the first time I shot with him, and I was dressed up as like a red devil and everything. So that was fun.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, his ideas always seem to center around being like some kind of a demon or a devil or some kind of something anime or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely, that's definitely
He's
his genre, his lane. But he does
yeah,
it well.
yeah, yeah. I mean, as long as the talent, you know, gets into it, his coworkers get into
Oh
it,
yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
as long as they get into it, then you know,
Yeah.
more power to them.
And working with him is super easy because like we do the photos. He always has like the makeup artist, hair, um, and the actual scene is very short. Like it's some of the quickest work that I do. Like those two scenes.
Hmm.
Like
Mm.
it's the dance. It's kind of erotic, and then we shoot the scene, and boom, 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 and it's done. It's fine with me.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So we are coming up on on an hour. So
Okay.
I do appreciate you, and I really appreciate you taking the time to
Of course.
have a little powwow with us, have this little discussion.
Yeah.
Um, you have any questions there, Dee Dee? Anything?
No, I
Did
don't
I
have any more
miss?
questions.
Did I miss anything? How'd I do?
Well, we should go over, well, you did go over for the most part her websites,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
Twitter. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do
As
that.
long as we make sure people can reach her.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Okay, so what is how would you want to be contacted by email or just through your websites?
Email is the most surefire way to contact me. So,
Okay.
the Santana Red at gmail.com. It's just like my Twitter. So, the Santana Red at gmail.com. Because so many things get lost in DMs, filtered messages, stuff like that. So that would be the best way to contact me. But, I post like tour dates on my social media platforms, so Twitter and Instagram. Um, I have my OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/Santana Red. I'm verified on Pornhub. You can find me on Pornhub, Santana Red. Same with XVids. So yeah, it's all out there.
Awesome.
You're out
Awesome.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for
And I
you.
like I'll tell you like, yeah, you can Google me, and it's not like in a cocky way, but it's like there's so many sites. I'm like, you could just Google me; they all come up.
Right, right.
You know what? That's very true. You know what? Let's give that a shot. Let's give that a shot real quick. Hold on. Let me throw that up there.
Because
All right.
it does come out like very like cocky, like yeah, just Google me, but I was like, no, there's like so many different
But
sites, and then like the
seriously,
spelling,
it's just
and
easier.
yeah, like no, just Google me. It's so much easier.
Wow, you type slow.
No. Remember, I'm stretched. I'm
Wow,
stretching
you're
here.
stretching. Okay.
Look at that. Look at that. Look.
Yeah.
On Twitter, on
Pornhub.
Pornhub, on X videos. And this is just by searching your name, Santana Red.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at that.
Nice.
OnlyFans, XNX. Okay, so that's a tube site. So you're on Instagram.
There's my Instagram. I don't know
Amazon.
what that is.
What? Oh.
That's not
What
me.
is that? Yeah, I was like, okay. What is that? Okay. I was going to say, you rapping now?
No. I know my strengths and weaknesses. It's not rapping.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Terrific. So, let's do this. Like I said, it has been a pleasure.
Yes, always.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. It was nice to finally meet you. I did hear a lot about you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, even at the Exotica, I saw you, but I didn't want to interrupt you. But yeah, I saw you, and I'm pretty sure Dee Dee was there too, and she saw.
Yeah, I was.
She saw you, so I was going to stop, and interrupt you, but I said nah, I have plenty
She's
of time.
doing her thing.
Plenty of time. But all right, so.
Oh, there goes music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming up on that hour, and we have actually gone over, which is great. So, folks, this has been another episode, another interview. This one was with Santana Red. Look at her jamming. She's jamming out to my. This is the outro. This is different from the intro.
I know.
So,
I can tell. Yeah, I hear it.
All right, folks.
I think I like the intro better.
Do you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We're going to be fighting now. All right, folks. Y'all have
Take
a good
care.
one.
Bye.
Bye.